See, normally I ignore pussies, right? But the problem I got with the pussy is that he tried to say it behind my back, and that's against Torah. So the Torah said, "Don't backbite, don't understand." So he's a lawbreaker, he's lawless, coward, and a pussy. So I'm not even gonna mention the clown name. But what I'm gonna do, establish a bit of history for you new cats, you young punks like the crybaby bitch Harris. You understand? So I'm gonna give you a little bit of background information. Do what you want with it. It don't make no difference to me what you do with it, cause I could care the fuck less. You lucky that my goddamn free trial for Mixcraft ran out. Stupid nigga. I'll be on top of the world right now with cause my damn smoothie song is coming along just great. You understand? So I'm learning new techniques every day on how to master that thing. So let me light my cigarette and get to it. So my background happens to be like as follows. Came back to the Most High, and my rebirth date is in March 15th or somewhere around there. March 15th, 2007. Stupid nigga. And before that, I was living just like you, like a Satanist, ratchet. You understand? Just do anything to anybody, any kind of way. When I came back to the Father, my miracles started increasing in um, frequency. Started getting so now. Hold up, let me double check something right quick on the Zoom as well. So I get these things confused a little bit. Yeah, I got to turn the doorbell on first and foremost. Turn on the doorbell. If there's anybody creep up on me and try to catch me lacking. Nah, brother, I'm not lacking. Okay, so this how I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna share this string, share my string like the Georgians say, right? Bing bam. I want to share. I want to stop sharing, and then I want to share my Zoom. Bing blam, like that right there. That's Zoom. Did I share it? Yeah. So make sure the external string switches up correctly. You understand? So it should be switching up to the Zoom, but it didn't. All right, so it didn't switch up to the Zoom. So now I'm confused a bit. So it ain't no biggie. Now, what we're gonna talk about here is a failure to communicate. You gotta understand, I've been debating multiple many years, right? Since, like I said, I came back to the Most High in 2007 and whatnot, and long. That's when I started to gather the information about how the world is working, because uh, my personal life had not been a success as I thought it would when I was 18 years old. And I was turned down by the SBA to back a loan with the double E savings bonds with the so I went to my only rich homie at the time. Uh, it's funny. His name is also Chris Harris. He is the son of the billionaire Reginald Harris, Rex Harris. So that billionaire started off, he's the original George Jefferson. He started off with a laundromat in Fayetteville, North Carolina. We also got the original Fred Sanford lives in Fayetteville, North Carolina. How they got the concept for that show is an old man in my town that lives just like Fred Sanford. So now getting back to George Jefferson, uh, is a millionaire in town that went to some lenders. They loaned him the money for the washerette after he got out of the military. Washerette became $1 million success, and then uh, moving on up came back in the day. So now he took those millions of dollars and invested in a diamond mine in Africa. So he owns a humongous chunk of that diamond mine, and then he uh, subsequently purchased a oil refinery and built a oil refinery in Fayetteville, North Carolina. So that oil refinery makes gas, distributes gas throughout the country. That's how he became a billionaire, and his son was a millionaire. His son's name, Rex Harris' son name is Chris Harris. That was my only millionaire friend when I was super young. And no, I'm lying. I had another few millionaire friends, but he was the only millionaire friend that I could truly count on that would actually loan me thousands and thousands of dollars if I asked. And in this particular instance, when I came to him with a business proposal to borrow 50,000 to do a show at Magic Trade Show. The Magic Trade Show is the biggest trade show for the clothing industry in America. Okay, so I was a clothing designer since I was 8 years old. I went to him at around 18, 19, something like that, whenever the SBA turned me down to back a loan with the bank. So I went to him with my 270-page business proposal. He completely adored it and then was about to go on the uh, offensive. So he told me he was going to get Usher involved with the closing line because I had a U in the at symbol, the letter U in the at symbol. So he presented it to Usher. Usher started rocking the U and the at symbol. And unfortunately, uh, the, whoever has been monitoring me my whole fucking life is fucking ruined him, destroyed him. So he got caught up on some type of fake tax evasion, and I don't know if he's still in jail or not. I haven't heard from him since. He disappeared off the face of the planet, lost his businesses and everything. So uh, I'm saying that because it's mighty funny that my best friend, one of my homies was named Chris Harris. He was a little bit older than me. So I think he was like 7 years older than me. And so he got caught up on tax evasion and got thrown in the slammer and lost his car, auto selling business, and his washerette that he had inherited from his billionaire father. All right. So now I'm telling you these things because you had like your YouTube fame is some type of amazing shit. You understand? So that's kind of annoying. All right. So now after that, and after my very first charge, right after that, about 2 years, 3 years after that, uh, Satan possessed my body, and I started killing people for a living. And then I would take their money after they're dead and add it to my pocket account, not my bank account, my pocket account. So you can thank capitalism that is destroying all black people everywhere in the world in order for that for people to you know what I mean to cause us to self-destruct. You can thank capitalism for that. And the people that died, it was all my fault because of capitalism. I'm waiting for that debate, clown. Now, back to the point. A little bit of background about me. Fag. Been in the streets fighting a war that you don't know nothing about. The fucking white supremacists are fucking trying to take and genocide black people. They've been trying to do that since forever. You don't know nothing about that. So I've been defending my neighborhood my whole life. I was the big homie. People would call me and say, come out here and make sure I don't get beat up. Come out here and make sure I don't get shot. And that's what I would do every single time. There's a few times that I had to take their weight and beat people up and shoot people for the nigga. That's how some people die. Now, I'm telling you that I'm glad you keep your information strictly on debate level. That's great. I like that about you, brother. But I heard you get naughty sometimes and run your mouth. Secondly, when I came back, I'm skipping the whole satanic years because I don't even want to remember. When I came back to the Heavenly Father, miracles happened over and over again. You say you don't want to debate that. That's fine. I don't have evidence for it anyway. I'm glad you don't want to debate that because it's subjective, as you say. And you people better figure out that God is real, especially Jesus Christ. He's the realest. So I got a example for you right here, brother Lance. Let me share my screen. Jordan say SH. Share my screen since you think ain't no such thing as Jesus Christ, right? You're gonna have to explain Isaiah 52. You get another you get your face back. You get your face back. It's a little interlude as I'm giving you a little bit of background about me, okay, and my debate life. You think that being a Triple Crown paper champ and having people cheat for you is makes you a champ. Yeah, that's great politics. Yeah, I get it. That's great politics. That's part of the game. I understand that. But that's just how it go. So now, Lance, brother Lance, you're gonna have to uh exegete Isaiah 52:14, brother, where it says, as many were astonished at you, his visage was so marred more than any man. His visage. That means his body and his face was destroyed beyond recognition, more than any man, marred, and his form more than the sons of men. So that's Jesus. That's what happened after he was whipped with a cat of nine tails all over his body and face. And luckily, he didn't break a bone. That's what prophecy said, that he would not break a bone. Getting back to my debate uh, history, you think you just so intelligent, right? That's some funny shit for you to think that. But I'm gonna share my sound right here. Okay, sound is shared, and if you take a look very closely at this string, this is the Lance debate. Okay, Lance debate. Claim your inheritance. I got a 13 in the shucklebuck uh, from the second debate. My first debate in the shucklebuck was a seven-ish, and my second debate in the shucklebuck was a six-ish. So then in the third debate, which I won easier and higher and more handily than the other two debates, well, I actually lost the third debate against uh, child support. So my shucklebuck went from a 13 to a 16, which was highly impossible because he'll never show you that he gave me an 8. You understand? He'll never show you that. Oh, where's the sound? Hmm, that's very interesting. There's no sound here. Okay, that's because I need to switch something up. Meaning, if I need to switch something up, I know y'all heard that, but I want to be able to hear it too. Okay, so go here, go to the microphone, then you to switch it up to where I can hear it. Uh, headphone speakers, speaker selection. Let's go headphone two. Nope, that didn't work. Okay, so let's go here. Headphone one. That didn't work. Okay, come back to the microphone. Headphone. Yeah. Okay, this not working. Let's yeah, yeah. And pause that. Yeah, why I can't hear it in my headphones, bro? Switch the phone audio. Yeah. So what? Check audio. I'll tell you what. I'll share it on instead of sharing on Zoom. That might be the problem. Okay. So let me share on Stream. That might be the problem. That might be the problem. Let me share on Stream. Share screen. Huh? Share computer sound. Yeah, I surely did. I surely did. But let me get over here. Okay. So I was trying to share the Zoom on the StreamYard like we did the other day, but something something ain't firing right in my brain, and I can't do it right. So I'm supposed to share. I'm supposed to share screen with Zoom, and then have everybody sitting on StreamYard. That's what you're telling me? That's right.
My
Yeah,
debate's
yeah,
gone.
that's how it works.
Hey,
Okay, my bad.
How you
Yeah,
Majah,
nigga?
that's
I'm
exactly
I got
Majah,
two
how it's
debates
supposed to
in
Majah,
go.
front
don't
of
get
me.
me
I
Okay,
wrong.
can't
Get
get
up
it.
here right
so
now and cut your camera off so we can see your face.
let me do that now. Okay, so I want to go here, stop sharing the screen, and I want to share the screen again, share the audio, and then I want to go right here, and then I want to share the Zoom, and then go right here, and boom, now I'm sharing the Zoom. Like it's supposed to be. Okay, so now, big, everybody can see it. All right, now getting back to my point. Let me make sure I can hear this clearly. I have to say what? I gotta figure out how to get to the damn how to get to the manipulation stage of of the channel. I don't even know how to get there. So this is crazy. I don't know how to do all that stuff. Might check. Here we go. So let's try that. Okay. Testing. That. Okay. Okay. Everything's working. Look like to me. All right. So now we can get to the video. All right. So I still can't hear it. What is wrong with this thing? Yeah, the volume's up in both places. Hands free. How about that? Maybe that might be the problem. Yeah, now I can hear it. Okay, so should be playing on the thing too. Make sure. Okay. I don't hear nothing. Anyway, I'm in a fighting mood. That's why my name is. You heard what I said. So let me check. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Okay, so but I thought I was sharing my screen though. Okay, so not sharing my screen. Because I can see you real clear on StreamYard. So you shared it on Zoom. Gotcha. Okay. So, but it didn't show on StreamYard. Why not? I just shared that screen shared. Okay. You know what? Share audio and the entire screen. That. live on StreamYard. Nah, yeah, I did it like that because I be liking how Wild set up the show. So he goes live on StreamYard, I think, and share the Zoom. Yeah. So you can see everybody sitting on the screen. Yeah, yeah, on the out there in the chat, they can see I'm sharing the Zoom from StreamYard. So now getting back, I'm trying to lay a little background for damage like the crybaby bitch Harris. You know what I'm saying? So I came back to the Heavenly Father in March 15ish. I think it was March 15th, 2000, my rebirth. I don't celebrate my rebirth day. Never have. Uh, from what I understand, you're not supposed to celebrate your birthday. So I stick to that. So now that's when you gather the information. When you come into any type of knowledge, you have to study and learn the information. Just like Crybaby Paper Champ Harris has been studying capitalism for 3 months just to lose a capitalism debate pretty soon. I had to learn the ways of the Most High, and it was quite a long and difficult journey to learn the information because a lot of the information is very counterintuitive and it is completely strange when it comes to the streets. You understand? How in the hell did you give Smooth did you give Smooth a wrench? Okay, I got to figure out how to get there and get behind the scenes. Anyway, came back to the Most High. Oh yeah, click on. Okay, I know what you mean. Go to the channel and then go. I'll figure it out later. So right now, I want to give these people a little bit of background about my debate career for this thing because they YouTube famous, they got the right to speak. And they, and you see how he brags about working for a white man and stuff. What? Everybody works for white people. That's stupid to even say. So now I've owned my own business quite a long time, and I have to work for white people all the time. That's just goes without saying. There's nothing to brag about. Exactly. Yeah. I work for Asian people, black people, East Indian people. I work for cops plenty times. Sheriffs. Yes. You know what I'm saying? So I know where a lot of cops stay. And I would never tell you clowns because you idiots. You see, not you black, but you know who I'm talking about. So yeah. So when I came back to the Most High was the best thing I've did in my freaking life. And as I said, the miracles piling up. And me personally, that all this is super real, beyond real. It's more real than the shit that we live in. That's what makes me feel like you're living in a video game. And you know what I'm saying? He's the creator of the video game, so the rules are in the Bible of the game. And then if you follow the rules of of the game, but follow the rules that are in the Bible, then you get special perks in the game. You unlock levels in the game, and you get miraculous favor per the instructions of the game. That's how that works. So I done seen that too many times to even talk about it. But I'm trying to get to a little background about my debate history, right? So I learned the information very clearly. Then I found out my nationality in 2010. Oh man, now that threw me for a loop. I said, I've been studying this, and I thought all these people in this book was white people. I thought Jesus Christ was a white man, and therefore the Most High, his father, had to be white. I thought Mary, his mother, was a white woman, and I thought Joseph was a white man, his adopted father. So now, listen very carefully. So the 2010, the nationality teach you something totally different and prove it. They prove the color part in the Bible very clearly, easy, no problem. Nationality, I accepted it just that fast. As soon as I snapped, just that fast. I went to that I talked about this many times. The Holy Spirit came and visited me. I couldn't see it, her. That I later found out years later that it's a her. And I see why I couldn't see her, because if she's uh, a goddess, then she must be attractive, and which would cause me to sin in front of her, and then I had to die. So she told me to go wait on somebody, and it happened to be Tazadakia's uh, member of that ICGJC church. He said, "Come up with me to the Bible study." I went up there with him to the Bible study. First lesson was Deuteronomy 28. I said, "Damn, I read this 3, 4 times already. Never understood it." I mean, when I first read the Bible, I was picking out the behavior problems that I was exhibiting. So that was coming from Proverbs mostly. So I read the whole Bible, and Proverbs was my mental mirror, and it helped me to create, to fix most of my behavior. But practice makes perfect. You got to keep practicing and polishing your behavior, and keep it until you get it right. So I beg the Most High to make His way my first nature. So I left all the killing and all that stupid shit for the ways of the Most High, which is to allow life to thrive as best as possible, which I found out years and years later. See? So while I'm studying the information, I got the information, and I found out my nationality. Went to school couple months. That's all they ever talked about was nationality and behavior. Keep the laws, you got favor. So if that's the only thing then I can figure that out. The rest of it out on my own. You just telling me that we Israelites, they black, Jesus was black, Mary was black, Joseph was black, Jesus' father is black, the angels are black, the and there's no such thing as fallen angels. So I don't need to know that part, because I know that if there's holy angels, then there got to be fallen angels. You're talking crazy. So I had to go on my own and figure out the information. You see what I'm saying? So that's how I be leaving these groups, because they be having stupid doctrines in their brain. So left ICGJC, uh, uh, looked up other Israelite schools, found out that there were too numerous to name. And so they telling me, you're not even supposed to talk to any other, you're not even supposed to work in a school. Not only you're not supposed to work, but all other schools are heretics. All churches are heretics. Islam is heretical. Everything other than their school and their information is heretical. And they have the 100% truth. That's just retarded because he thinks that he was the Holy Spirit. Now, last time I checked, the Holy Spirit can't die. So he's dead now. So I'm delighted to speak on this once again. I don't know why I got to say it so many times. But that's because people don't pay attention to the truth. And uh, Crybaby Paper Champ, Bitch Harris is one of these people. You got the nerve to think of my name during your presentation and calling me low hanging fruit as if I ain't beat everybody that beat you. Like I beat more. You understand? Who else beat you? I forgot. 3 people beat you that you blame. When I know is many more than that. You see? And so I beat all them who beat you. And that's why uh all the uh yeah, you feel me?
Beat all them one that beat him.
Hmm. That's why all the narcissistic boys avoid me in debates. So Solar like to say, "Oh, he beat all of you." Nigga, I ain't never debated Chris in my life. So how the hell he beat me? Niggas know who to debate and who not to debate. They avoid uh, the most feared debater in the black YouTube world. You understand? Now, getting back to my debate history, I went on to Facebook when Facebook first started popping, and I changed the whole environment of Facebook. You know, they isolated into bubbles now. They had to change the algorithm to where uh got a little echo chamber with your 5,000 friends. MySpace used to allow you to have a billion friends, as many friends as you can possibly get to press that yes, we can be friends button. So I had 250,000 friends over there. Michael Guy White hit me up because I was writing a book at the time and trying to be a star in the I announced to my 250,000 friends that I was gonna turn the book into a screenplay. And Michael Jai White said, I would like to be in your screenplay. He was one of my initial uh, guys anyway. I think I announced that I wanted him to be the star anyway to the people. And he heard about it and hit me up and said, I'd love to be in your screenplay. You know, he kind of like I guess what you want to call him, maybe a B actor, I suppose. And so the role and I mean the screenplay.
Don't be actor though, because he get a lot of novelty movies. He's always chosen. He always stars martial arts.
Absolutely. He's a star to me. Like he's like one of my favorite actors. And for that particular role, he was the only person that I had in mind for the father. And so the main character I had in mind was 50 Cent. And so I told a bitch Elizabeth Ingram about it. She inquired about it. And then I don't know if Michael Jai White sent her to me and she heard about it through him or what. But she found out about it and then heard the premise. And you know, I gave her like a little summary of the whole idea, like the whole premise. It's a black crime film and blah blah blah. And she went and produced American Gangster. You see, that was another thing that fucked me over and threw me off. And you know, this is why certain level of success has not occurred for me. So, but that's neither here nor there. I'm trying to give a little background on my debate skills. So this man's talking about I'm low hanging fruit in the debate world, and Solar's talking about he framed it correctly. Solar framed it correctly. He said I was the whole purpose of this uh, league is to give people who don't have a voice on Sarnetta an opportunity to get it off their chest, get their doctors off, get their information. Look, so that's beautiful. That's honorable, and I can respect that. Now, uh, getting back to a little background on my debate history, right? So, this is why we say we winners in real life, because there's a lot of things that we do in real life that cause us to think that we winners. But talking, that was an argument that came up in his little silly rant. And so Facebook, I changed the whole damn dynamic of Facebook. Nobody was talking about, like, there's a saying that in public you're not supposed to talk about religion, politics, and something else in public, because it gets too contentious and stuff like this. So I don't give a fuck about contention. So I talked about it anyway. And all my little childhood homies was like, damn, what this man talking about religion? What the fuck, man? I'm leaving Facebook. They unfriended me, you know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. Whatnot. So what, nigga? I got a new family now. You know what I'm saying? Which is the family of the Most High, who are repented Messianic Israelites. Only, I can get along with anybody on the face of the planet. The Bible instructs us that we better get along with anybody on the face of the planet. And so that means to control your mouth correctly and don't be disrespecting people. So that's what I try to do. And I'm still perfecting my mouth. But when I get angry, uh, my mouth flies off the hinges. So now I'm on Facebook now. It's Facebook time. And so there was a group that I joined called Religious Debates or something like that, right? 50 people in that group. So I said, man, I can make a better group than this. So I started a group that got 20,000 members. Okay. And another brother was competing with me. He only had like 500 members. And so I didn't have time to keep up with my group at all. It was called like Religious Debates 2 was my group. And so there was a brother competing with me out of Atlanta. His name, I forget his name, but he started a group called Truth Truth Seekers. Truth Seekers on Facebook. Man, that's where Tommy Sotomayor got his start. That's where he started. He started in that group. I started in that group. Gabriel started in that group. Ron Campbell started in that group. Uh, 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 what's that boy name? Sarnetta and Polite and I'm in Rod Squad. They later came into the group and started, hashing it out with us and banging with us. Garfield Can't Read was in that group. Everybody I see on YouTube today was in that group.
They was in what's the name group with me when Facebook first started. Out with the Titans group.
Yeah, that's the new joint. So yeah, Truth Seekers was way before them, and now it's the Comedic versus the final battle or
Final
something.
battle.
Yeah, all that bullshit. So that's the new shit. And so uh never seen Chris in not near one of them groups. Not a one.
Out of
And
them.
you feel me? So he didn't have the opportunity to get the information. So now I'm gonna tell you who else was in that group. The Big Talk for You. Sal Showtime was in Truth Seekers group.
I think
Yeah,
I'm still in Truth Seekers though.
yeah, me too. I still check up on it every now and again, but it's just different people in there all the time. Set Luna, who is now Israelite in ISUBK, uh, is in that group. I mean, was in that group. And no, she still is in that group, matter of fact. And Set Luna used to be a diehard uh, Islamite. She was Islamic. And so she flew me out, but we had a little fiasco going on where we was we was courting for like 5 6 months online only, and talking on the phone. She would talk she like to talk and talk and talk and talk and talk. Oh, so we talked on the phone for hours and hours and hours a day, and we was courting and wanted to get together. So one day she said, "Oh man, this dude trying to holler at me." Then she showed me a picture of him in a whole towel and with nothing else on, and he was fully uh obelisk. It was obelisk out under the towel, and so I didn't ask for that picture. She showed it to me. I said, "Oh, well, you got something to look forward to. Don't worry about it, baby. We about to be together anyway." So, boom, here you go. Look at this. Feast your eyeballs on this. And she was like, "Oh my God, you're amazing." So, uh, so, but later on, about 3 months later, she held that picture against me. You see what I'm saying? As soon as a woman get mad, now she want to bring up personal stuff. So she exposed that picture to the group, and they was like, "Oh, look at this perv. How I'm a perv? We was talking on the phone every night for 5 months, and she talking about having babies. Come on, bro. Eventually, you're gonna have to utilize your God-given gifts in order to produce that baby, bro. See what I'm saying? So she, in order to deter her from speaking to the nigga that sent her a virtually naked picture with just a towel around his waist with a whole obelisk sticking out of the towel, I showed her mine, and she never talked to that man ever again. You see? So
Sorry, I can't do that. You're not listening to the music app.
what? Anyway, so that's what happened. So she held that against me, and I kind of semi looked like a bird for a split second. So I was on trial for about 2 days. Everybody was banging on me at the same time, and everybody agreed that she was in the wrong for exposing a private conversation that we had 3 months prior. You know what I'm saying? Just because she mad about something because they was talking about, oh man, this, that, and the third. You know what I mean? I had a whole lot of friends, personal friends in that group. And so they took up for me and stuff, you know what I'm saying? They're talking about I'm a perv. That man is not a perv. All the women took up for me. And then she ain't do nothing but make every woman in there fall smooth in love with me by exposing my equipment. She was like, damn, he got it going on. All the women was DMing me, and that was it was so I
On the
said,
internet,
huh?
say you did that on the internet.
Yeah, I did it on fake on in Two Secrets group. So it was a private message in the DM, you know what I mean? Because she had showed me some dude that was trying to DM her, and everybody in the group knew we was hollering at each other and liked each other and flirted with each other and was talking to each other You know what I'm saying? So uh, that was well known, and so some dude DM'd her, and then DM'd her uh, uh, damn near naked picture with an obelisk under the towel. So uh, I told her, don't worry about that, chick. Look at this. Like, oh, okay. Yeah, going on, no problem. So about 3 months after that, she was like, she got mad about something I said, or you know what I'm saying? Because like all the women, they stayed steady flirting with me because I was banging uh successfully, defending the word and doctrines and stuff. So I was like one of the hot the the movers and shakers in that little group. That little group went from 1,000 people in that group to 20 something thousand people in that group. So in a short amount of time, because we was just banging all day, every day. You know what I'm saying? So that's what happened. And so I got the correct information, and I thought the correct information was enough to uh, convince people. See, I never learned the art of convincing people. You see what I'm saying? I just tell the truth all the time. But if somebody doesn't believe you, then I just move on. That's my personal thing. Like I don't care if you believe it or not. You know, if you don't believe what I'm saying and you don't accept evidence to prove what I'm saying, then move around. This is how I look at things. And I'm still that way to this day. But uh when this when Sal got sick, Sal Showtime got sick, then we was like, what are we supposed to debate it? And Yashar said we should start our own league. And I think it was you that said that, nah, they got a league already going on. Remember Welcome Home, Yashar?
Yeah, I say got a league going on.
They already got a league going on over here. So we came over here, looked at that, and was like, damn, they already got it going. You know, got a bunch of people.
I was trying to tell him like, Clay know how to debate these niggas.
Mm-hmm.
I was saying how they.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they already got it going on over here. There's a bunch of people and niggas is having hella fun. Like I'm talking about steady laughing. Rob and Swab was them motherfuckers was funny as fuck. And then you had some other uh personalities over there that was funny too. You know what I'm saying? I seem to be, I guess, funny a little bit.
People were coming through at first. Big Boss came over there when it popped up. There was a lot of folks that came through.
Yeah, yeah. Yo, mic ain't very clear. It's kind of low. It's not. It's not. Yeah, it's whistling a little tiny bit, but it's just low. So now let me tell you about my debate talk for you history. So now that's the truth seeker group that Black clearly co-signed and said that's what happened. That's what that shit was going on around there. I'm talking about everybody was in that bitch. Everybody that we see on YouTube, they was in that bitch except.
I'm still in it. I just looked it up on.
You feel what I'm saying? Except Paperboy, Chris Harris.
They got the members now though.
Mm-hmm. The Paperboy bitch Harris was never there. So now I'm saying this just to give a little background on my debate history now. So I used to think that the truth was enough to present. So now I quickly found out against the Zeitgeist debate where uh uh Rob Rat.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, you're perfectly clear now.
Oh, okay.
Rob Rat cussed me out for 2 hours straight and won the debate. How do you win a debate by doing that? So that's when I understood that politics was involved with convincing people and the debate world. So in the debate world, it's all about who you're allied with, who your friends are, and then that gets you wins and stuff like that. So uh, that's part of it. So that's something that I had to acknowledge, identify, and then go about trying to figure out, how to be more friendly. You see what I'm saying? More friendly. So
Mm-hmm.
then while I was figuring that part out, I had to learn how to present properly because just knowing the truth ain't enough to convince people. You have to uh, show a lot of primary sources and and experts in the field in order to show that this is their opinion and this is how the methodology that they use to come to this conclusion. So it's just a long process of what I would consider to be frivolous, useless uh, attempts to convince people. So I'm not a convincer. So that's why I told in my interview, I said, when I first got here, I came here specifically to learn how to present and how to debate because it's very different from knowing reality. If I come to you and I say 2 + 2 = 17 million, if I say it the right way with my neck squaggling around and pointing my finger everywhere and calling people bitches and hoes, then then uh the people that like that kind of thing is gonna believe that 2 + 2 = 17 million.
Right.
But me personally, I got a low energy when it comes to that level. So I say 2 + 2 = 4. What's up? You believe me or what? Nah, I don't believe you. You gotta prove it. Okay. So then I gotta go through the process of proving it. See what I'm saying? So that's the part that I wanted to learn how to prove things and more importantly than proving it, uh convincing people, being convincing. You see what I'm saying? So, because I noticed that that was a problem for me my whole life. You know what I'm saying? I don't give a fuck what you think. Don't care, really, be honest with you. But
Right.
in this world, you have to care. It forces you to care how everybody reacts to your presentation.
Yeah, if you're gonna meet them halfway,
Hmm.
if you're gonna meet them
You
halfway,
got
you
to
need
meet
to
them where
know
they at.
them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So it teaches you how to interact with people better, and which was not a skill that I had learned at a young age. See, I was always a loner type of guy. You know what I'm saying? Stayed to myself. That's how I never got caught with anything because nobody's ever around. I stay to myself. And so if it's just me and you somewhere and you die and there's nobody else around, who the fuck gonna tell?
Right.
Okay. So the people trying to figure out how the fuck I'm capping, on my satanic lifestyle. Is you crazy, brother? Well, cap for what? Why would I incriminate, damn near close to incriminate myself like that? That's just stupid. So now, getting back to my debate uh, history, it goes from learning the information, uh, dedicated myself to this lifestyle of the Most High, and finding out the information, and then adjusting my information to more fit to the biblical narrative. I think the whole Bible is true from beginning to end. So I don't want to deviate from that because there's a lot of behavioral lessons, and that's what I started with. So the behavioral lessons tell you don't lie and don't mislead and don't do this and don't do that. So I don't like to lie. So if I say a lie, if I catch it fast enough, then I instantly apologize for lying. If I'm corrected, meaning that I got wrong information, then I haven't lied. I'm just ignorant of something. You see what I'm saying? So I'm very open to learning information. That's part of being a godly person is to adore correction instead of when somebody corrects you. banging on them instantly because they corrected you, even though you did wrong, and somebody corrects you. And in the satanic world, it's not kosher to correct people in this. Just let me be wrong. Don't judge me. See? If you judge me, I'm gonna get mad. That's how Paperboy, Paper Champ, most protected fake debater in the league that utilizes politics to be the triple crown tag. You see, got to that level. So I learned all those things, adjusted my doctrines over and over and over and over again after beating people up and getting beat up in the debate world. Truth Seekers, Debate Talk for You, and then all the other groups. I got kicked off of GodTube and other multiple Christian sites because they all white Christian sites, and white Christians hate the Bible, generally speaking. Not everybody, but it's a vast majority of auto talkers who, if you say anything about the Bible, they say, "Oh, well, that's the Bible." That's not all the way factual. Okay, that's okay. If that's what you think, I think it's true. So, but thinking is totally different from convincing the next person.
Right.
So that's what I came into this league to do, to learn how to convince people. How you convince people is what Solar often encourages, which is speaking boldly, directly, speaking clearly, speaking confidence. Don't allow and nipping things in the bud. Don't allow people to disrespect you and things, and then show utmost respect at all time while you're speaking, and stuff like that. And then sourcing your information. So that's what we used to do back in the day. We used to source our information all the time. But in a what we call these speed debates, you got to get to the point a bit more directly, which only helps you to structure your conversations in a more direct and more convincing manner. Whenever you can sort something really quickly, think on your feet, you know what I'm saying, and sort something real quick. So in a structured, timed speed debate, you should have your sources already there. But if something comes out of left field, then you gotta know how to counteract that left field attack. And so you got to be quick on your feet in order to source something that can counteract that left field attack. So these are all things that so why the fuck would he be mad? Why would the paper champ, Mitch Harris, has the same name as my childhood millionaire homie, that was the son of a billionaire, Rex Harris, be mad that I want to learn how to do that? So you are expert. So you already knew how to do that. Huh? What you tell me all this time, brother? I done seen you lose multiple debates many times. You know what I'm saying? But you got the Rob Rack effect. You see, you got the political.
He want to debate. He want to learn how to do it like Dumbo. He want to learn how to debate like. Yeah.
That's right.
I'm like, shit, Dumbo's still learning too.
Mm-hmm.
He ain't the sharpest box in the two. He's still learning.
Yeah, and see the disadvantage. Exactly. The disadvantage that Domo and Bitch Harris and Consudo have, their disadvantage is that they don't know reality. You see what I'm saying? So they know news knowledge. They got news expertise. That's all they know. is the news.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? And so I don't even like talking to people like that. You know what I'm saying? But most times you're forced to kind of talk to them because if you want to have a conversation over here, you got to deal with them because they there. They just sitting there right there and they're controlling everything. You know what I'm saying? So how they get to that level comes from their political power. You know what I'm saying? They smart enough to kiss ass long enough to get privileges. And that's just something that I'm not used to. And I'm working on that part of how to, be more political. But I'm not so interested. I'm not very, very interested because I do things in real life, and I don't know why he keeps bringing that up as if it's a bad thing. Like he works in real life, so while he's at work, he says sometimes he listens to uh, conversations while he's at work. So why you doing it at work? See what I'm saying? If you got a real life, a lot of times at this time of the day, I don't even have time to listen to nothing. I'll be working all day. That's why I don't get on till after 6 anytime, most of the time. But then sometimes I ain't finished what I'm doing and I can't get on till like 9. So real life do matter, stupid nigga. And then uh emergencies be coming up and they be mad about the emergencies. They be like, oh yeah, right, something, yeah, right, something came up and really, something actually came up in your life. You for real? What? I mean, stuff come up in silver spoon people lives, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Personal stuff
Yeah,
happen all the time.
that capitalism conversation too. I want to share something with you, Plain. They don't know that I be knowing a lot of shit about shit. You know what I'm saying? I shared it with Blue last night. I'm gonna share it with you too. I'm gonna share it with you too. Cause I think they get that stuff misconstrued and they sound good. It sounds good and when you know what I'm saying, when you can out talk a person and stuff like that,
Yep.
it be sounding good, but then it's like for a person who can listen fast just as well as you talk good,
Hmm.
like they ain't all the way on because capitalism has when they be talking about that shit, I'm like that shit ain't got nothing to do with what they talking about. You know what I'm saying? How they talking about it, and they only looking at it one dimensional from American standpoint. That shit is some maritime law shit that folk just implemented inside of uh, uh, regular conversation.
Hmm.
But yeah, when you start to look at it and stuff like when you I put it like this because they talk so fast and loud and over people and stuff like that, it's hard to know if they really know the stuff or not.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And it's like they do a whole lot of show, but no explaining. That's why we tell Lance. I'm like, he like I showed this, I showed that, like, but you ain't explaining
Hmm.
what you talking about. You talk about uh uh trade and all this stuff, but you ain't explaining. You just showing that somebody traded. You know, talk about political positions. You just showing who had a political position. You ain't saying why. Like it's like this. If you talk about Joseph becoming a political leader in Egypt, then you could explain why. Other than I'm gonna show you, Joseph. See right here, say Joseph was the king of the army. Why?
Yeah.
It's a why to that. It's a how he ended up to that.
Because
You know what I'm saying?
he solved the problem.
He solved the problem, right? And a lot of time with these debaters, I don't know how. See me, I'm only convinced, and I'm just giving you a key how when I be listening and how I judge. I'm only convinced when you can tell when you can give me the how or the why. You
Uh-huh.
know what I'm saying? When you can
Uh-huh.
start when you and you doing it as you laying down your premise. You know what I'm saying? Because the how and the why, it really was the reason people be opposed or rope. an opposing
Mhm.
citation against it or whatever. But yeah, you see that link I shared?
Yeah, I got it up on the screen now. It says
Oh, okay.
capitalism and the sea, sovereignty, territory, and appropriation in the global ocean.
Yeah.
And then it says the abstract and figures. Blow it up.
Let me see what you're looking at. I can't see it. Why I can't see it?
Yeah, you can't see it.
Yeah, screen.
Can't see it in the
Oh yeah, it's on the YouTube. I see they got it on
mhm.
YouTube. Yeah. Hmm.
It says this paper introduces the term terraqueous
That's how
territoriality.
you say it. That's how you say it. Terraqueous. Yep.
Mm-hmm. Terraqueous territoriality to analyze, I mean to
Analyze.
analyze uh, a particular relationship between capitalism as a social formation
Yeah.
and the sea as a natural force.
There you
It,
go.
it focuses
Capitalism.
on, yeah. So, man, brother, that's what I be saying. Uh, weakness is that they don't know reality and they don't accept reality. You know what I'm saying?
And
So,
see, check out where it say the focus at. See, that's why New Jerusalem is very important when you're talking to these niggas.
okay.
It says focus on three spaces: exclusive economic zones, which they kind of talk about a little bit when you talk about money and shit. But watch this, plane. The system of flags of convenience and multilateral counterpiracy initiative, meaning that you know what I'm saying. When
Uh-huh.
you on that water, they got to recognize new. That way you get recognized that when you crossing them seas, when you
Yeah.
start to cross, you know,
Trading. Yep.
yeah.
Trade
So
international. Mm-hmm.
yeah, and
International
you
trade.
start playing that international game.
Mm-hmm.
In instance, a capitalist state and firms seeking to transcend the geophysical difference between firm land and fluid sea. Capital accumulation is argued here seeks to territorialize the sea through forms of sovereignty and modes of appropriation drawn from experience on land, but in doing so encounters particular tensions, thereby generating distinctive spatial effects. By exploring the articulation between sovereignty, territory, and appropriation in the organization of spaces where land meets sea. The
Mm-hmm.
article seeks to this article seeks it say the article seeks to
Mm-hmm.
demonstrate the value of an analytical framework that underlines the terraqueous nature of contemporary capitalism. And
Mm-hmm.
then it started breaking it
Break
down.
that down.
Yeah. And I think they because okay, so in other words, it's a thing that when you're talking about capitalists and stuff like that, now you got to get into the maritime law, and you know who run the sea run who run the sea run the world,
Mm-hmm.
and that's when you get into capital all the way into like my boats don't have to be docked on American at American ports. Is what I
Mm-hmm.
was trying to explain to. I don't know who I was on live with last night. You know what I'm saying? But they didn't seem. No, I think that was Blue I was speaking with. You know what I'm saying? You're not understanding it. You know what I'm saying? You don't really. So that's why I shared it with him. Like he really got to look into this maritime. I'm still gonna share some more with him. You know what I'm saying? But maritime law really starts to explain capitalism, not the American going to school and you know getting a job and paying your bill. That ain't close to what capitalism is. You can practice it on a small scale, neighborly. You know what I'm saying? Buying you some goods and putting a cap on top of it. You know, but when you're talking about really playing that game, then you're talking about playing with sea to sea, the seven continents. You know, it's a whole nother kind of game. You know,
Mm-hmm. Yep.
but but
You gotta get into the land. So you gotta follow the rules. You can't be
yeah,
doing whatever you want to do. You gotta play by the rules. So
mm-hmm,
I think mastering that is an advantage uh, You understand? So uh, I would frame the capitalism debate uh, to say that we would prefer we would we should set up and prefer our own semi sovereignty, being our own space and own nation, just like the Native Americans in this country are recognized. So they tried to make them wear masks. Just to give an example of that, they tried to make them wear masks this year, and the governors of every state came out publicly on the news and said, "Well, we can't force them. We respect their sovereignty, and we can't force them to wear masks." Simple as that.
Mhm.
One line. We respect their sovereignty, not force them to wear masks. You know what I'm saying? So I think they articulated that to the rest of the country, saying that we shouldn't force our own citizens to wear masks either. But stores do.
Mhm.
Stores do. I went to the ABC store a couple months ago, got me a gallon of that R&R whiskey, and the nigga wouldn't even let me in the store, and I had a mask on, like I had my shirt over my head. That's
Oh,
how.
but
That's
he
how.
didn't consider a mask.
Yeah, he said that's not a mask. I said what? Okay. So I went out to the
They
car.
gonna start tearing off the sleeves.
You feel me?
They sell sleeves now as masks.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm. I'm like, nigga, that's like a shirt sleeve.
Yeah, so I had to go out to the car and get a COVID mask.
Oh, hell no.
What kind of sense did that make? Like, so, so yeah, so stores are cracking down on that. I don't know how they can do that, but they do. So, uh, that's neither here nor there. I'm trying to give a little background on my debate history. Now,
Mm-hmm.
getting into debate talk for you, the reason I titled this "The Most Feared Debater in Black YouTube World" is the same reason Sarnetta didn't want me to debate on his platform. Why I said fuck Sarnetta.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, in debate talk for you, Sal was always super fair and let it go down. So now, when I gave the foundation of me being one of the stars of Truth Seekers and banging on everybody in Truth Seekers and winning every debate, it seemed like to me, because there ain't no judges there. You see what I'm saying? And everybody, and the people who lose, no, 9 times out of 10, people who lose the debate, they shut the fuck up, never talk about it again, or they cuss you out, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And the Truth Seekers, you weren't allowed to really bang that hard. You know what I'm saying? So they would get kicked out and stuff once they lose the debate. So we had like a ad hoc judge, like you know what I'm saying, the ruler of the Truth Seekers group. And so uh uh when I got to debate talk you, everybody understood that it's impossible to debate me because I'm telling the truth at all times, and most people gonna agree with my stances, especially when it comes to the Bible. So now, uh, in the debate talk for you world, I would propose debates to people, and a few people who didn't know who I was. So the people who didn't know who I was would accept the debates, and then they'd do a little homework on me. They'll look up my page on Facebook, and then they would back out of the debate. Now that was frequent and normal over there in debate talk for you. There was no punishment for backing out of a debate. There was no reward for winning the debate. None of that. So uh, I set up 20 debates, and not one showed up. So I got tired of that and said, "Hey man, let me just do a lecture. How about that?" You know what I'm saying? Because so one of the debates was, "Is getting money biblical?" So that's the only show that I got on Debate Talk for You because all the other 20 niggas backed out of the debate. I'm pretty sure Bitch Harris was one of them. You know what I'm saying? It's possible because a lot of people wanted to debate me and didn't know who I was. And then as soon as they do their little homework on you, they have to check up on you, see what it is. And I got evidence from here to forever on my Facebook about my answers on stuff. So they all backed out, every one of them. So that's why I only got one show on Debate Talk for You, and it was a lecture about is getting money biblical. I damn the mollywop GOCC in that. I damn the mollywop IUIC on topics. You see what I'm saying? Made them change their whole doctrine, and they teach it to the people now. You know what I'm saying? So I had to teach GOCC that the Holy Spirit is a woman. That's clearly obvious in the Bible. It's obvious. It's even explicitly stated in a sentence in the Apocrypha. It says that the Holy Spirit is wisdom. That's the same, you know what I'm saying? That's the same person. And wisdom is referred to as a woman 100% of the time in the Bible. There's no exceptions. And so in the New Testament, it calls the Holy Spirit a it, not a he or a she. So that only tells you that the writers became misogynist during that time period and then didn't want to give the woman her respect. You see what I'm saying? So just giving a little background on my debate history. So I never got an opportunity to debate. I go over to Sinetta, same thing happened. They ain't never want to debate. See what I'm saying? So I never got an opportunity to learn how to debate. So I got the truth under my belt. That's my strength. It can't be moved. It isn't all been worked out and ironed out. You know what I'm saying? I had some weird doctrines in the beginning too. See what I'm saying? And then I had to figure it all out. And now I know all the biblical doctrines. So I had to learn how to present it. So for him to say that I don't know how to debate, I done figured that out now. That was in the beginning, 2 years ago when I joined this league, when I didn't know how to present and didn't know how to think on my feet fast enough to bang against a goddamn zeitgeist theory that Rob presented during our "Does Jesus Exist" debate. Right. I see. I already know in my brain that Jesus exists because I met the brother. You see what I'm saying? And so, knowing something, it ain't what you know, is what you can prove. Ain't that what they say on that movie?
Yep.
You see what I'm saying? So I always kind of admired that saying, and this league is the only league that kind of give you how to do it. You see what I'm saying? And not only give you how to do it, it give you consequences and rewards for doing it. There wasn't no other league doing that till SBDL came along. And then now you got some others that's trying to do that. See what I'm saying? So that's why I admire the league very much. But at the same time, that political shit is real faggoty. And so since it's not real men that you have to politic with, it makes me disinterested in politicking with them. So I only did politic with the real niggas in the league. That would be Black Charm, Swab the Boss. That would be Swab the Boss whole crew. That would be, I used to think Tankers was real. But then again, I would have to exclude certain people in the Tankers. That would be the real nigga Yashar. That would be KOT. That would be, even though I don't never chat up with him, because he don't never get on no panels and talk. But he's a real nigga. You got Madonna. He's a real nigga wrong 85% of the time, but he still don't mind getting in there and banging it out with you, slap boxing, all day about the information and not getting offended a lot of times. You know what I'm saying? Even though the conversations be highly offensive when it's a Domo show or a Chris show or stuff like that. So Domo and Chris, they're the only ones that do shows. Uh, on a solo show and a Consudo show, they let you get it all out. You know what I'm saying? A Suave show is fun. It's actual fun. You know what I'm saying? Because you get a chance to laugh. You know what I'm saying? Laugh at each other, poke fun at each other, and not be offended at all. You know what I'm saying? Until you start really getting offended because you're getting roasted too bad, then you just gotta step back. You know what I'm saying? Oh shit, I'm getting offended. So, I might have said something stupid. So that's how all that works. So now I mean, that's just a quick, I mean, that was as fast as I could possibly say it. And that's a lot of information. You understand what? So the history of debate is there. It's just that I didn't know how to present the correct information that I have. And so your weakness, bitch Harris, your strength, your power, your superpower is your political skill. Cry, cry, quit the league 4-5 times a year. You know what I'm saying? Come back uh,
Man.
with every privilege you can possibly have. That shit's crazy to me. Okay, so I don't have that skill, and that's not necessary to win a debate. Well, maybe it is. I don't know. But at the same time, as I stated, I came here specifically to learn how to present and how to debate properly. And that leads to convincing some people. But the people with permanent uh, cognitive dissonance cannot be convinced. So I don't even waste time. I'm already not the type of nigga that wants to convince anybody of anything. But then when it comes to you cognitive dissonance people, it makes me even less interested. So I already don't give a fuck what you think. Then you forcing me to try to convince you and show you with evidence, tons of evidence, that something is true. And you still don't believe it. You're wasting my fucking time. That's all you're doing. My time is valuable. You understand? So why in the fuck would I continue to deal with something like that? So I'm the one that told the tankers, I said, we all need to go on strike. Go on there and go out for you and get back, get Sal Showtime back to his reputation that he's already never smeared his own reputation whatsoever. And you know what I'm saying? And give him the shine that clowns to Sarnetta and so right. So that's what I'm the one that told them. They said, nah, what we're gonna do, we're gonna leave. You stay there, and then we're gonna go build the kingdom while you debate. Okay, I agree. All right. We're not gonna all do it at the same time. Cool. Let's do that. So then the next day, you want to go crazy because I figured something out. I figured out the behind the scenes techniques that uh, uh, two of the major parties are using, the Dark Side Party and the agents in the things, which I ain't gonna say who they are. They know who they are because they feel some type of way every time I bring up agents of other people and other organizations they feel like I'm talking about them. How? I'm clearly saying dark side and this person and that person, and you feel like I'm talking about you being an agent. Yeah, that sounds like a guilty conscience. So I'll bring that up to say that uh, uh, all that marginalization that I've been going through for years is why I wanted to learn how to present properly. I wanted to learn how to structure the debate. I wanted to learn how to speed debate so that whenever I get into a real debate in real life, because debates happen all the time. If you're having a conversation with anybody, it's gonna turn into a miniature debate. You know what I'm saying? Unless they super highly respect anything you say and believe everything you say. But that doesn't generally happen with me anywhere. So you have to prove things. It's not what you know, it's what you can prove. So I started offering that type of structure into my own life so that life can run smooth. You see what I'm saying? So everybody I talk to, even though it's a miniature debate here and there, is quickly overcome because of this skill that I've learned how to present and how to debate correctly instead of just saying, man, why don't you believe me? You know what I'm saying? On me, you know what I'm saying? Like you know me, nigga. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
You should just automatically believe me. But no, that's not how it works in anywhere. You feel me? So yeah, so that's the background on the debating. I mean, and that's just a super duper summary. And that took a long time to get out. You know what I'm saying? I ain't tell you no specifics and the other platforms like God2 and all the other Christian sites. I ain't tell you no specifics about none of that. I told you about Facebook and YouTube. See what I'm saying? And that's why I said fuck Sarnetta, because he don't want nobody to talk never about the Bible anyway. And then he just recently started doing that, allowing that to happen. So you know, he looks a lot nicer than he used to be. But you know, he banged on me in real life because I sniped him before all this StreamYard and Zoom came about. Restream sniped the fuck out of him on one of his shows, and he was talking about his kids on that show. So he took that super personal and went crazy. Called his cousin old guy got in touch with somebody that right there in my neighborhood, and that nigga tried to body me, and then the Most High perfectly preserved my life miraculously. So all this, taking stuff personal is just useless when it comes to me because I don't have no bad intentions, yeah, at all ever anymore like I used to. I was Satanists like you clowns. You know what I'm saying? Was a pantheist. Nigga, what God? What multiple gods you believe? You believe in every god in the world?
He did say that. I think he. I
I
think he
think he
about
said
to
the
go.
universe is God or something. Is that what he said?
Uh, no, I don't think he. I don't think he said that, but he did say that pantheist shit though. I
Yeah.
think he boxed himself in with that right there. If anybody heard that show, they damn sure gonna be at his neck now.
But he said he ain't gonna debate beliefs because they're too subjective. So I get that, and I agree 100%, man. It's too hard. Just regular stuff that should be common sense is hard to damn convince people about.
Mm-hmm.
Let alone a belief or an actual experience of all the miracles that I've experienced throughout my life. And I never had wanted to share that with anybody, but at the same time, I was forced to share it one time when I was around. I was playing spades with some fellas, and it was like blah blah blah, picking and joking. And then I said, oh, okay, the life of me gonna change today, right? And so they ain't believe me, but the old head at the table was like, "Oh man, y'all better if he say God told him his life finna change, it's finna change." And sure enough, that day, in front of all of them that was scoffing and everybody else that was there, they saw my life change that day for the better. So I think that was the only time I ever proved it to anybody because it was kind of like I was forced into that situation.
Man, I don't think like this is the shit that be tripping me out. Like for them niggas that don't when they like prove God to them, like why nigga you ain't being blessed in your life? That's what I be hearing.
Hmm.
Like you supposed to be able to prove that yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like your
No,
life
they take
is
credit for
doing the other thing. Then
they take credit for the blessings in their life. I
mm-hmm,
put the work in. I did this and I did that. You don't be punished for taking credit for your blessings. Now I can understand the blessings that you got from Satan and taking credit for that because you probably did do some foolish shit to get them type of blessings. But
mm-hmm,
when you work for God, you always give God the credit for your blessings.
right.
Hmm.
Always, always.
Hmm.
And when I be hearing them, like, man, okay, so that's y'all only attack. Prove God to y'all. Why? What's your what me proving God to you?
Wow.
How is that gonna change my life or your life?
That's right.
Yeah, you gotta want to do that for yourself. That's why that's that's one of the reasons why I don't debate and stuff like that because I see it be causing frictions and stuff
Yeah.
amongst folk, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And
I be feeling you on that.
people they would just rather be they would rather just be at odds and learn from each other. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
And yeah, that shit just I don't know, man.
It irks you.
It's a, no, yeah, yeah. It just puts you on a whole nother kind of time. You know,
Hmm.
like damn, we got to be in this space. You know what I'm saying? Cause of some debate stuff because somebody might know a little something more than the next one or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, man, it shouldn't be on no time like that. Nobody should be on no time like that.
Right.
Yeah. But unfortunately, you know what I'm saying, we are. So
Yeah, that's why I titled it the most feared debater in YouTube in Black YouTube world. Because man, I it's a lot of things I be wanting to debate sometimes. You know what I'm saying? I'm not a debater like where I want to fight all the damn time. Really,
and then
it's
that's why I told him, I'm like, claim a top debater. Shit, last year I thought you could took their ass last year.
mhm.
I'm like,
I did.
claim a top debater. Yeah.
I did. Michael Ben Israel, Mikhail Ben Israel, right? I presented in the information a book where uh, Columbus boys themselves recorded. That's a primary source. People that was actually on the scene recording their interactions with the Native Americans, and they
Right.
said that the Native Americans uh, greeted them with "Our God is one." Here, you know,
Mm-hmm.
Shalom, our God is one
Right.
in Hebrew, and so that's
Yeah, according to the memoir that Columbus left behind,
right.
that his translator, because the translator actually his translator really violated because he stayed on land down there 2 months. You know.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, because he spoke Hebrew, so he was pleased to interact with the with some other Hebrew speakers. You understand? So yeah, he was having too much fun, I guess. 2 months. And so he didn't want to go back.
Hell
So
nah.
that's why I was trying to tell. So I actually won that debate, and since Mikhail Ben Israel is the winner, of the second season, that would make me the winner. You know what I'm saying? But that's how it goes in the political world. You understand? So I'm trying to get a grasp of that too. Not only did I come here starting out trying to learn how to present and debate correctly, I also quickly found out that cussing somebody out for 2 hours is a winning debate. So uh, I realized that that was strictly politically motivated, 100%. So then that's when the Rob Rat rule came into play. You're not allowed to cuss people out. You're not even allowed to cuss a little bit and you lose points.
Mhm.
So um, you know, I appreciate the whole process of learning this stuff. And I don't know why that would be an issue to Paper Champ Harris. And, and don't even think my name. They're they're big. Don't even think in the future. Want to close out?
Oh yeah, man. Man, appreciate y'all. Everybody who checked in, y'all subscribe to my channel too, DJ Black Charm Music, and yeah, check out the future debate.
Man, he just showed you some crazy beats on my show. I got an exclusive. That's my third exclusive. Shout out to the righteous judge, Harry Smoot Jr. Shout out to DJ Black Charm, one of the best producers that ever did it, ever. Shout out to Big O. That's one of my fans that I like hearing whenever he's on the panel. But he don't get on here no more. And everybody else who eventually sees this, shout out to y'all too. And from from here on out, I'm gonna continue to break off people. Mr. Howe, Minister Howe, next. We'll be talking about is Obama the Antichrist or not? And then after that, I got let me look at my hold on. I got Sosa. Sosa's is talking about evolution. That's all he know. Evolution. And then December 24th, I got Madon on the flat earth. And then after that, after Madon, I got Asar. Asar. No, I got Asar on January 16th. So we're gonna be talking about, did the family of Israel bring Egypt to its highest peak, or did Egyptians? So that's a rematch that I did not want to have with Swab, because Swab is too great of a debater for me. Like he has like the perfect skill for my style, and so he counteracts my style very easily. He can lose to other people, but when it comes to me, he can't. It seems like he can't lose. Then you got so I didn't want to rematch him on that. That was a debate we had a while back. And then I got Asar again right after that, February the 9th, is Moses Zenenmut. And then I got I'm a schedule Aratazah. He wants to talk about, is the Canaanites, are the Canaanites Shemitic? So that's gonna be an easy win. Is Moses and Nimrod? That's gonna be simple. But Asar is a good talker. He's eloquent. So good talkers have an advantage. They are easier to understand, I suppose, and they just sound more convincing because they are using vocabulary. And then did the family of Israel bring Egypt to its highest peak, or did Egyptians? That's a very difficult debate. I noticed that when I was setting that up with the boss. So that's going to take a lot of concentration to establish that. And so that's the schedule that I got. Thank you for tuning in. I thank Black Tom for building, especially because he knows how to build. And he offered some capitalism information during the conversation. And, co-signed that whole history, man, because he was there. That nigga was there. And all that stuff that I was talking about. So I'm glad he came on. And I catch you guys, when I catch you. And don't be caught in the ring lacking. Paperboy. Peace.